Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody's doing good. I know this is a little bit late, but better late than never, I would say. Big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing good. We're going to be doing my reaction. Obviously, it's not an instant reaction because the game finished a couple of days ago, but I have had time to think of it, and so on and so forth. And yeah, man, I think overall, I can't lie. Overall, I think it was good. You know what I mean? A good win. Now, not a good performance, say so. I think the main thing is that we qualified. They didn't actually score a goal. Obviously, the goal that they did score come from Joshua, which was bad defending, which we definitely need to watch because, if you're playing up against a Kylian Mbappe or you're playing up against, I don't know, like a Kavara or something, you know what I mean? Like you definitely have to. You can't be messing around with those particular positions where we did mess up. But overall, I'm happy. Overall, we're literally in the next round. Now I'm not here to say, oh yeah, by the way, we need to do this or do that. Like I'm happy with it. Generally, I am happy with it. This is what we needed. And yeah, man, Fonzie's back. That's the main take. Other than the fact that Leonard Carl is an absolute G, Fonzie is back. Alfonso Davies is mother back. So yeah, man. But yeah, big up to everybody. Hopefully everybody does do good. Or is good, whatever way you want to say it. Make sure to smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Again, I really, really do hope we continue to grow on the channel, but I hope you guys are doing good and we move. To be fair, we've gained more. I think we're on 90, I think it was, but yeah, you guys are amazing. Let's get into it though. Let's get into it. So obviously we could kick off and so on and so forth. I thought the team was good. I thought the team that we put out there was good. Upamecano and Jonathan Tyres, the two centre backs, Conrad Lima and Stanley as the fullbacks, Kimmich and Pablo in the midfield, Nabry on the left, Carl in the middle, Alicia on the right, and then obviously Kane up top. And yeah, realistically, was it amazing? No. The first 35 minutes after we scored a goal, but it was taken as offside. Which, by the way, in my personal opinion, I think the offside is absolute bullshit. I think it's stupid. I think if you're very offside and the ligament is like fully offside, fair enough. But at the same time, if it's like a tiny, tiny amount, I think it should just be given. And that's even if it's against us. You know what I mean? So if we go back to 2017, I'm sorry, Bayern fans, but when Cristiano Ronaldo was offside, that wasn't a little margin, was it? That margin was massive. Like this, that is ridiculous. Like they're homing in on that. Like I don't think it's offside personally. I think it's stupid. He does score an outstanding goal, but it does get ruled out offside as Serge Gnabry apparently is offside. Take that as you will. And then yeah, we made a couple of saves. And Mamanoy actually had to make a brilliant save because Jonathan Tah was doing his best, but nearly scored an own goal in the 29th minute. And like I said, 35 minutes. We were getting absolutely teared up. Then, we sent the players to warm up and so on and so forth. Then Leonard Carl with another brilliant shot, but Rui Silva, I believe is how you say his name, saved it. Kane hit the freaking post. Everything was going on. Everything was going on. And then the halftime stats were 65% possession for Bayern Munich, 35 for them. They had 2 shots, 0 on target, 0 big chances. We had 13 shots, 3 on target, 1 big chance missed. And this is another thing that I need to say. Bayern, we need to get better. Overall, we need to get better. Are we doing good this season? Yeah, 100%. Are we one of the favourites? Yeah. But I don't want to be one of the favourites. I want to be the favourite. So we need to do better. And that is also going into the market and getting some players. But that's, totally different video in itself. So yeah, that was the halftime. Then we got this like pyro thing from the Subcurve, which is the ultras, if you don't know. It's where they all are. And yeah, overall, we then go into the second half. It's actually quite funny as well. No Bayern player won more duels of 6 complete more take-ons, 5, or created more chances, 3 in the first half against Sporting, then Michael Elise. So he was cooking them, absolutely cooking them. And then it gets to the 54th minute. We don't do anything at half-time. 54th minute, and they score. Own goal by Joshua Kimmich. That, again, is the thing that needs to be analysed the most. You can analyse 35 minutes. You can analyse the whole first half. The main thing is the way we led to that goal, the way they got that goal. That's the main thing that I really want to harp on, because I personally think it's crazy, and it's craziness to allow that goal to happen. Now, Joshua Kimmich is obviously trying to do his best. I get that. Same with Jonathan Tah, but he put it in his own net. And then Serge did score, but I don't think that wasn't straight away, was it? Let's have a look. Bayern. As well, I want to put out there to you guys that are watching. Do you like these types of videos? And what I mean by that, let me explain. So, would you like to see a match reaction straight after the game as normal, and then a couple of days after the game has happened? I don't know if you'd call it a match, like a review of the game. So, like a match reaction straight after the game, and then a match review. Because, I could be hot, you know what I mean? Straight up, I could be, we could have lost this game 3-1 and I'm like, da, 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 or we could won and I'm like flexing and all this shit. Like, how would you guys want to see it? I want to know your opinion on that. But yeah, big up to everybody either way. So yeah, they scored, we scored for them, but whatever. The own goal happened in the 54th minute. And then in the end, they were containing us. And then Serge Gnabry scored. Super happy it's him. He was playing dreadful, by the way. He was absolutely dreadful. But yeah, then Leonard Carl scored, and then Jonathan Tah scored. So after they let that go in, they depleted themselves, and yeah, we got it. And then it comes to the point where they were arguing on the pitch. Luis Suarez, not the Uruguayan, actually the Colombian, their striker. He wouldn't put the ball down on the thing. Joshua Kimmich picks the ball up, slams it on the floor, and gets in his face, which I do actually agree with, if I'm honest with you. You know what I mean? I know people are going to go against me for saying that, but if I'm being 100%, like, you had the 1-0. It's not our fault that you then allowed us to score. You know what I mean? Because they were playing, so if they would have played the same way they played in the first half, they would have won 1-0. You know what I mean? So it's like, cool. Why are you being a pussy about it? So yeah, it is what it is. Man of the match has to be Serge, just because he got the goal and the assist to change the game. But the player overall that I was most happy with was actually Leonard Carl. And again, Leonard Carl, he's just breaking records, all different records. It's actually quite funny as well that Leonard Carl has become the youngest player in Champions League history to score in 3 consecutive Champions League games at his age of 17 years. 17 years old, 290 days. It's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. And yeah, they were getting Larry and everything. But yeah, we won. That's the main thing. Main thing for me. Alphonso Davies come on. We brought on Ito and Goretzka. Whatever, that is what it is. Nico Jackson come on. Nothing really means anything to me, other than the fact that we put Davies as a left winger. I think that's very significant. I think it's very significant that we have Konrad Lima, that we have Stanisic, that we have Ito, that we have Guerrero. You know what I mean? And now I know Guerrero comes on a lot of the time now to play at the 10 position, but the fact that we have those 4 players, then you've got the main one in Alphonso Davies. So if we play Real Madrid, we play an Arsenal, we play any of these big teams that's going to be a big game, we could put him back at left back. You know what I mean? But if we need him at left wing, we can put him there, which I also like. Now, obviously, he's going to have to change his game up a little bit to play there, because yes, he, when he does play left back, he pushes forward, so on and so forth. But for me, he's not a fully left winger for the half of most of his career. He's been playing as a left back for Bayern Munich. But he knows how to be a winger. In the MLS, he was a winger. He was actually a right winger, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, man, if he can, properly mold himself into that, then he can give Diaz some problems, man. And I'm not saying he's going to replace Diaz. I think Diaz has done amazingly this season, but I feel like, again, at certain times, you need these players. Again, when Jamal Musiala comes back, I know people are going to be calling for him to come in. Let's say we just put him straight into the team. Leonard Carl is there. You know what I mean? Jamal Musiala has a shit game. Get him off the pitch. No one is bigger than the club. And what is best for the club needs to be best for the club. What's best for business. So, and that's not I have fed against Jamal. You guys know I love Jamal. But at the same time, Carl is there now. And that's Carl's position too. So you mess around, you can go sit on the bench. Because again, what is best for the club? But we won. We won 3-1. Super, super happy with our team. Super happy with our squad right now. Could it be better? Yes, fully. It could be better. But we're winning games without Diaz. So then when you add him in, he's even better. So we are currently sitting in second right now on 15 points. We are qualified. We have qualified, which is amazing. That's what we want to see. But that doesn't mean we need to not continue to do as good as we're doing. You know what I mean? We've got Orsengalis, or however you say it, in January. So that's the Champions League done for the rest of this year. But we've got them in January, and then we've got PSV, which will be an interesting game. And then I think, is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. So those will be those two games. Those two games will be very important, and I want to get the points that we can get out of them. I think, if I'm right by saying as well, Arsenal have Inter, I believe, which is a big game for them. And they're going to need those points to continue. Now, they're only 3 points ahead of us. If they drop points if they draw or lose to Inter Milan, you know what I mean? Like, they've got some big games coming. Who's the other game they've got in the champs? I can't see it. Is that the last game? No, they've got Kuwait. So they've got Inter Milan, and they've got Kuwait. So that is very interesting to see that they do have. Okay, so Kuwait probably is going to be a win for them, but Inter, we need Inter to do a job and not do what they did against bloody Liverpool, because then we can qualify. But we've qualified anyway. But if we could get the top positions to be able to push on, will be the main thing. That's basically what I'm thinking. But yeah, big up to everybody. I do hope everybody's doing well. Bit of a longer video, so hopefully you guys are all doing good. Let me know as well what you guys do think about the whole thing with maybe doing a match reaction straight after the game and then a match review a little bit later. Would you like that? Would you not like that? Obviously, it would be a bit sticky when we have the games in close contention to each other, so it's like a couple days after. But I still think we would be able to do it. Let me know what you think. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for the support, my people, every single time. TVV signing out. Me and Samia. Peace.